What's up, guys? Today I wanted to talk to you about the topic of sunsetting in Destiny 2 and why I don't really feel like it kind of makes sense in its current form and how Bungie has implemented it, and how that kind of plays into my mentality in the game, and also how that may or may not be affecting PvP and how people are playing the game overall. To start off, let's talk about sunsetting and why it doesn't really make sense. So if we think about sunsetting, the goal of sunsetting is to let Bungie bring in new and exciting weapons to replace the old ones, not necessarily be stronger, like more powerful or anything like that, but different but the same, and kind of make you always have a carrot to chase, right? It's a looter shooter, okay? But right now I feel like we're just kind of getting the same thing, but just they look different. And what I mean by that is, here's one example. So the Iclos shotgun, you could get this back in, I want to say, Warmind, okay? This has been in the game for a long time. In Forsaken, this was like the go-to DPS beast, because Trench Barrel back then was insane. I had one of these, I had a whole bunch of kills on it, and then sunsetting hit, so 1060, and I thought it was going to go away, and that would be that. And there'd been better options since then, like damage-wise. Things would just hit harder. This kind of got nerfed into the ground. But then the Prophecy Dungeon came out, and you were able to get the second version of it, which you can get Trench Barrel on it again, and almost the same exact everything, and it sunsets at 1360, which is, it's cool because it's a favorite weapon, and a lot of people liked it, but it's the same exact gun, okay? Now that's just one example. And I kind of want to go into quite a few more here. So when Beloved came out, this was and still is pretty much the best sniper in the game. You can get quick draw and snapshot, you snap moving target, you can get quick draw demolitionist. Like, this gun was nuts. High range, high handling, high aim assist, high body shot damage. Like, it's kind of the end all be all snipe. Pretty short zoom, good clear sight line. It's great. But they sunset it at 1060, and you can't upgrade it past that, and the idea was that you would have to use a different sniper rifle. So then they bring the Adored, and this is the current season's like go-to snipe, which is the same gun. Now, I think Bungie did that because they wanted to kind of lighten the blow that sunsetting has. Like, people are like, well, now I don't have a sniper rifle, there's no good adaptive frames, I'm so used to this one, whatever. And they made some minor changes, like this one has a tiny bit more zoom, a little bit less aim assist. You can't get quick draw on it, so the handling stat kind of matters now. Like, you can't just quick swap and body shot somebody to finish them and vice versa. So there's a little bit of a tweak there, and I get it, okay? But if we just keep going down the line, like if I look at this Premonition, this was the Moon Pulse Rifle, Outlaw Kill Clip, High Impact frame. It was kind of like the Energy Redrix's broadsword. I really like this pulse rifle. But now we have the Stars and Shadow. High impact frame, can get Outlaw Kill Clip. Now, to be fair, this thing comes with like every perk in the game. So you could say I'm just choosing to make it Outlaw Kill Clip, and that's on me. Like, it could be so many different combinations. Here's just one of them. And that's a fair statement. You can only change a gun so many times and still have it be a high impact pulse. You can only put so many perks on it or give it like a different way to get damage perks, right? Which I get. But if we look at, let's say, the FELWINTER'S, this was to replace the MINDBENDER'S. And currently this is the best shotgun in the game, hands down. But not a lot of people can get this gun, and they're bringing it back next season. But they're going to bring it back in its final season, where at the end of that season you can no longer infuse this higher, so you can't go into trials with it after the end of next season. You can't go into Iron Banner with it after the end of next season. And who's to say that when they let everybody have this, that it's the same exact one? What if it's stuck like that, or like that, or like that? Who's to say they're going to give people the options to swap through these perks like this? And if you look at the comparison there, I mean, it's, depending on the role here, it's kind of the same idea of a gun. It's a quick draw shotgun. Again, it's the same thing but different. But this is the one that really kind of confuses me the most, okay? So I have this Ancient Gospel. Its power cap level is 1360. I got this last season, okay? Awesome hand cannon. I have this other Ancient Gospel. I got this season. Sunsets at 1410. Now, does it sunset a year after I get the hand cannon to drop because it's a raid hand cannon and they want to like keep raids relevant? So they want to keep the raid loot relevant. I get it. Bungie puts a lot of time and energy into creating the raids and making good loot and all these mechanics and stuff. And I like this aspect kind of to a point because you can go back and reliably farm any raid gun you like. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you've been doing a raid for 2-3 years, like I don't want to go back and farm Last Wish to get more Nation of Beasts. I want new stuff. So if you're going to sunset my adaptive frame, like sunset it, give me something different. Like you guys took away Kindled Orchid. It's my favorite hand cannon in the game and I can't even use it, but I get this, which is fine. But now this is all I get. Like if it's a raid hand cannon, I get it forever. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not trying to complain here. I'm just trying to understand. Like another example would be the Blasphemer. This shotgun is another moon shotgun. You got quick draw opening shot, max range. This thing was insane. And you can't get that anymore, but you can get the Heritage, which is a raid slug shotty, which you can't get quick draw, but you can get snapshot slide shot. So again, like you can only put so many perks on a gun. I get it. You can only make however many slug shotguns or whatever shotguns, but it's just like, I don't know, like you sunset one gun, so I have to go grind another gun that's the same gun but a different gun, if that makes sense. So in all, that just kind of turns me off from the idea of like going and having every archetype of gun and everything in every slot, so I can like, okay, well this guy's using this playstyle in PvP and I'm going to throw in like an SMG, some Peacekeeper boots, and then like a slug shotty or a fusion, and I'm gonna like play different on this guy now in trials because of it. Like no, I have to go grind all that stuff, which some people like to do, but personally I like to spend my time in PvP. I don't want to have to go and play other parts of the game all the time to replace my gear all the time. Now it lasts a year. A year is a long time. I understand I'm kind of ranting and rambling right now, but it just kind of wears you out. Like the same with armor. I get good armor from the season pass, which is great. I'm pretty sure this is season pass armor. Yeah, I got this from this season's season pass. Super good armor. I appreciate that big time. And I know there's a lot of ways to earn high stat armor, but every year I gotta replace this. So with all of that being said, this ties into my point about why PvP players you see more and more of them running the meta. Most of them run this. And they always have. Why? Because it's good, because it works, because it's easy. All those things matter, but now I'm even more tempted to only run this stuff because I know that I have an exotic hand cannon. It's never going to sunset. Yet. Big quote fingers on the yet. Like there's no power cap here, but I know it's coming one day. So like DUNEMARCHERS, my favorite exotic in the entire game, could have a limit to them one day, and that's going to make me kind of sad, you know? Like, it sucks. But if Bungie came out and was like, okay, we're taking your DUNEMARCHERS away, but look at these other boots, man. These things are nuts. Or whatever, like, okay, maybe. Like, I know that that's subjective, and I know it's personal opinion, and it's kind of like, okay, dude, you got to let go, play a different way, but it's just, it's time invested into the game that then I have to go reinvest again in the future. And this is just one character. I have a PvE and a PvP loadout for all three of my characters, and some of them I have multiple PvP loadouts. Like I have a Heart of INMOST light loadout for my Titan because I'm a psychopath and I do stuff like that. You know, like I have all these things. I'm pretty sure I have the wrong gloves on. There you go. You know, this is just one character, so I have to redo this all the time. Not to mention that if they ever sunset these guys, these things take a lot to masterwork. Like I have to go grind Ascendant Shards, which means I have to go do Nightfalls. Not the biggest fan of grinding Nightfalls all the time. I would just rather spend my time in PvP, playing the content I enjoy. Now, the comment to that would be, well, the game's not a PvP game. It's a PvE game, and you're right. But What if you hate Gambit and I told you the only way to play the game that you want to play, like let's say you just love running strikes, for you to be the most effective you can at running strikes, you have to go grind Gambit, and that's like no questions asked. I get it. It's not a fair comparison. I'm trying to get this off my chest. Something that's been on my mind for a while. Like, do I feel kind of like scummy dumping on people all the time in PvP using like the most meta loadout? Of course. You know, but if I have to go and replace some niche SMG build whatever with Peacekeepers every year, like I'm just not going to do that. I don't know. It's just not something that sounds fun to me. If you guys are wondering what the Peacekeepers are, these are the ones I'm talking about. It turns your SMG into like quick draw, snapshot, reload, insanity. Like, they're super good. If you don't have a pair, get them. I don't know. It kind of like wears you out. Because then not only do you have to do that for your main character, you have to do it for your alts. And then, you know, you kind of question, do I really want to have a Warlock? I like playing Hunter and Titan. I don't know. It's just my thoughts. I know that sunsetting has just been implemented and it needs some time to kind of be ironed out and worked on, but I just hope that we don't spend the rest of D2 getting nothing but reissued D1 guns, which I like a lot of them, and then also reissued D2 original issued guns. Like, if they're going to bring more guns back, I want the D2 guns to be new, you know? Like, I can't tell you how many times they're going to reuse the Better Devils look. I mean, this is the Better Devils, it's the True Prophecy, it's the Steady Hand. I mean, so there's that. Let me find these other ones I'm talking about. Steady Hand. Like, it's the same gun, but now it has an Iron Banner seal on it. That's a year 1 D2 gun. I'm trying to find the, there's the year 1 version. I was trying to find the True Prophecy. But regardless, like, it's just, I don't know. It just feels like samey but different, but still the same grind you've been grinding. It's just, it doesn't really make sense. So I'm interested, how do you guys feel about it? You know, are you cool with it? Is anything that I said kind of like raised an eyebrow for you, or is there anything I said you just totally disagree with? I don't want to like start a debate like I'm right, you're wrong kind of thing. I'm just trying to understand. That's why I made this video. Like, I want to know everybody else's thoughts. Maybe there's a spin on it that I just need to hear from somebody else that will make me be like, you know what? That's a good point. I totally get it now. Like, the light bulb has turned on. Let me know what you guys think below. If you like this video, please leave a like on it. It helps me big time. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.